teach you how to make your own decorative sign. Sometimes people use these for their homes. They look like this. Sometimes they say welcome or something cute, some sort of adorable message with a bow, using the Cricut. So first I'm going to show you how to use the Cricut software. And then I'm going to show you how to create your own design, enter your own font into the software, and then we will design our sign. So here are the supplies that you would need in order to do this DIY project. It's really up to your preference whether or not you want to do a circular or a rectangular welcome sign. So you can get these on Amazon. They're really inexpensive and pretty thin, and I just went ahead and bought some that already had holes in them, so I didn't have to fuss with that. You're also going to need some twine. This will be used to actually tie to your sign so you can hang it, or you could use ribbon if you'd like that as well. You're going to need some rubber bands, a glue gun with glue sticks. You'll need a paintbrush, just one should be fine. I particularly like to use Gorilla Glue because this is what we'll use to actually glue our ribbon down to our sign. So we are gluing the ribbon to wood, so I prefer this. And then you need some ribbon, and again, this is your personal choice. I just already had this, and I found that I wanted to reuse my material, so we're going to use the black and white ribbon today. And then I like to have acrylic paint, and again, whatever color you prefer is what you would need. I've decided that I'm going to use black, white, and this brown, and then I have just a paper plate in which I will put my paint in. Looking at our home screen. So notice it has all of my previous projects that I've done in the past year. This Cricut design space is really cool because you can see what other people are doing and actually purchase things, so you don't have to waste time rebuilding things that may have already been made. Again, that does come with a price. So these are just some of the examples of what you could purchase, so to save you a little bit of time. But today, we are actually going to create a new project. So if you see on the right-hand corner here, there's a button that says New Project. We'll have different elements on the side that you can select. You can create templates. You can put in your previous projects, and if you wanted to add on to them, you can upload pictures, you can use text, you can insert shapes, or even upload. For our project, our sign, we are going to use some text, and all you see here is just a box that says add text here, and we're going to put welcome because that's what we want on our sign. And I don't particularly like this font. I'm going to make this just bigger so we can see. I don't particularly like this font. It's just pretty boring to me. So what we are going to do is take a look at the different fonts here. So please notice up top it says All, System, and Cricut. Some of the Cricut fonts require you to purchase them. So see, this one says, $4.99. But there is a way that you can actually insert your own fonts through free websites. When you select System, these are all of the fonts that I have already inserted. And if you would like to figure out how to do that, you can watch another video. We're not going to necessarily go over how to do that today, but these are all of the fonts that I have already uploaded to my design space. Okay, so maybe I'm going to look for some sort of cursive. And again, were free for me, so this is what I'm going to use. And basically what you're doing is just scrolling through, seeing what type of font you. Let's see, I'm going to use the abundant script. And once I actually select that, it will change my font. Here it is. Okay, there it is. Sorry, I scrolled up. And there is my word welcome. I think this may be a little too thin, so I'm going to try and find something a bit thicker. All right, and now I'm set to actually cut the word. So the next step that you would do is you would go to this button right here that says make it. Okay, and when you select make it, it will have a series of steps that you need to go through in order for your word to be cut. Here we are. So here's the word, and this is what it would look like on my mat, which I showed you earlier in regards to the supplies. I can turn this if I need to save some room. I could turn it like this, and that way it would only cut on this side. This is also beneficial to know in case you just have scraps of vinyl. As we know, vinyl is pretty expensive, and so I know we try to use as much of it as possible without waste. So I'm going to cut it here in this corner. All right. Step 2, place vinyl on the So now we're ready to make our ribbon. So as you see here, I have 4 pieces of ribbon. 2 of them are fairly the same. One is shorter, and then I have this same ribbon cut in half. And the first thing we're going to do is get some glue to glue the ends together like this to make a circle. So I just have a hot glue gun with a glue stick in it. I just put a line across like that. And then I will quickly place the other half of the ribbon on top of it so it sticks together. Then you want to do the same thing with the smaller piece. Just simply hot glue the ends together like so. Just put a string of glue. And then again, you will lay this on top of it. Okay, so your ribbon should look like that so far. Next thing you're going to do is just put the last piece on as well, and then bunch it all together. All you're gonna do now is take your rubber band or your string or whatever you have, and then just tie this around the center so the bows stay together. And then on the back side, you're just going to create a knot with whatever material you're using. So I've double knotted up so it's not going anywhere. Okay. Since your rubber band has tied the bow in the middle, all you want to do is just pick back up your fabric and just fluff the bow so it is up like this. Since it was flattened, And then you have your bow like this. You simply grab the middle of it and you move the bottom pieces down. And then that is what your bow looks like. This last piece is just to simply go through the middle so you can't see your rubber band. So I will simply just put this around. And again, you can fold this any way you'd like. Flip it over. I seem to have a little bit of excess fabric, so I'm going to cut. And get it to a desired length. My hot glue gun is still on, so I'm just going to put a thing of glue, just like that. And then you just roll the fabric back over. And then again, it's just a matter of moving your bow, fluffing your bow, so you get it to look the way that you'd like. Next step, just to give your bow a little bit of texture at the end. Obviously this ribbon is too long for our sign, so I am going to cut the ribbon so it has what looks like a triangle almost on that side. And then I'm going to try and do the same exact thing on the opposite side. And what I like most about this is that it doesn't have to be perfect. It always ends up being cute. Some of the unique mistakes makes it special. And so the next thing you have is your sign, and you will just pull that aside. And then our last step is to simply glue our bow. You can use Gorilla Glue or a hot glue gun for this. It just depends on where you're planning on putting the sign. Gorilla Glue usually does a good job holding this bow on, especially if it's going to be outdoors. But there that is. I centered it so you can see. Another option that you could use instead of twine is actually just cutting more of your ribbon like this, and then tying your ribbon on the back side as well, so that the ribbon can match. So I've decided to go this. I'm just going to put this ribbon through this hole here. And then pull it through a little bit, and then just simply tie a knot. And then you'll do the same on the other side as well. So you can see on the back side, I tied the ribbon through on both sides, and our sign is complete. I hope you enjoyed this DIY video. I hope it helps you and inspires you to make one of your own.